Oh, hello, it's Greg here again. Just thought I'd do another little clippy thing and see how it goes. I just wanted to talk about a document that I prepared and sent as part of my lobbying activity with England Athletics. I drew up a profile of what I would define as what I would believe that a truly green running club would be like. How would they run themselves? What would they do? Assuming that they're really into the green philosophy, as similar to the green runners. But I mean, this would be something that a guideline I hoped England Athletics will use in furthering their their grassroots green activities and sustainability, and getting it out to local running clubs. So I wrote them what I felt would be an ideal green type running club. So my item one, the document is headed up Profile of a Green Running Club. My first item says, runners have a special relationship with the environment. Their pastime particularly requires clean air, cool temperatures, appropriate stable weather conditions and accessible trails. Runners are as responsible as anyone else for the environment, but have a unique opportunity and need to be in tune with its protection. I'm sure they are in tune with it, most runners are. Significantly, in these times of global climate emergency, the Green Club will equally value its response to the climate and ecological emergency as it does its running activity. So basically, setting the scene, this club at a high level would be concerned about the environment and would see an opportunity for that club to be supporting of green initiatives, etc., and recognise the emergency situation that we're in. And how runners are particularly in tune and in a position to make a point in regard to the global problems that we've got. Item 2, reading on, try not to bore you too much. Item 2, a green club is one that recognises the need for green running in all its practices and holds it in equal priority to the health and safety of its members. Indeed, we're all threatened from a health and safety point of view by the deteriorating weather conditions, etc. Perhaps not so much in this country, but definitely been demonstrated abroad. It's happening already. Health and safety of its members and wider community. Evidence to this should be reflected in all the club's strategies, policies, procedures and activities. I'm sure England Athletics support that, and it would be in line with their sustainability strategy that is already out and in print. For clubs affiliated to such organisations as England Athletics, they should embrace proactively, adopt and develop their grassroots strategy and plans in line with the appropriate guidelines that have emanated from the philosophy of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, SDG, and British Association for Sustainability in Sport, known as BASIS, the 13 Principles of Sustainability, which cover such things as energy and emissions, waste management, water and effluents, materials and chemicals, transport and travel, food and drink, biodiversity, air quality, habitats, social capital and resilience, accessibility and equality, health and well-being, engagement and education, procurement, employment, economy and community. Obviously, the amount to which any individual or indeed running club can affect these things is limited, as with all of us, but it's my belief, and I think the Green Runners believe, that we should at least be trying to do this. If we don't try, we won't succeed. Item 3. The club will seek to adopt the principles of these high-level strategies at grassroots level. In other words, the strategies of, say, as now detailed by England Athletics in their sustainability strategy. Bring that to grassroots level and recognise the environmental implications of their running on the local, national and world environment. It will promote the spreading of green awareness very important. Speak out, talk about it, not only amongst its members, but to the community around them, the wider community, and in so doing seek to influence and discourage any negative practice it becomes aware of. So support the local community, support local initiatives, green initiatives, etc. And they should be ideally out there taking the lead as runners. The club will forge links with appropriate local, national and international green organisations, including pressure groups that the Green Runners, I suppose, are, which are a wonderful organisation, and charities such as Friends of the Earth, and provide support to them by membership, organisation and support of appropriate activities and events. This will include promotion of awareness, fundraising and practical assistance. So this club, this green running club, would be involved in promoting awareness, would run events, would fundraise and provide practical assistance. Item 5. Membership conditions of the club, the running club, will reflect the preference for runners to adopt the green outlook. In other words, it would encourage members joining to adopt the outlook without being some kind of press gang activity, but encourage members to support it. Members will be encouraged to adopt green running. In other words, in their green practices, in their running practices, they would try and reduce their travel, would speak out about green issues, basically the pillars that have emanated from the Green Runners. Also, reducing the amount of kit they buy, the number of running shoes they buy, the possibility of repairing their kit, not supporting perhaps events that promote too many T-shirts being provided that is not eco-friendly. The Trees for Tees, the option that the London Marathon has now introduced that gives the option for people applying to run the London Marathon to choose not to receive a T-shirt, but instead to have a tree planted. What a great thing to do, anyway. Item 6, the club will have a green plan in place. This will set actions, provide information of planned events and activities. So they don't just sort of tick the box and say, we're a green club. They actually produce and lay down activities, events and initiatives that they're planning for a given period, 3 months, a year, whatever. This action plan will be reviewed periodically, 3 monthly minimum, and progress monitored using a system such as traffic light coding. In other words, if they'd said that they were going to run a run event to promote green awareness, like I actually promoted one of these green runs in my running club that was moderately successful. But if they say they plan to do something and then it doesn't happen for whatever reason, they get a red light. If it's a success, they get a green light. Really good that that's green, isn't it? Traffic lights. The plan will provide the facility to periodically report progress to members and governing bodies. In other words, their performance on their green plan that they lay down for themselves would be measured by the traffic lights, would be measured and would be reportable to the members of the running club and affiliations. So if they're England Athletics affiliated, they would report their performance and be able to show their performance on their green activities, which would provide accountability and be something that the running club could hold up and say, look, we achieved this, or, oh, sorry, something went a bit wrong here, we didn't quite get there with that. And then aim to build on it and improve in the next period or year or whatever. Item 7. All club activities comply with the need to make changes to the most significant aspects of running that are not eco-friendly in the areas of travel, materials, clothing and diet. Procurement activities will be guided by green principles and procedures. This ties in very nicely with the Green Runners pillars. In those items that runners can adopt, those principles they can adopt and practices they can adopt themselves in order to reduce the carbon footprint of the actual running exercise. There's two sides of this. Reducing the impact of running on the environment and speaking out and getting other people to support and take action because of the climate emergency that we're in. So acting and doing things ourselves as runners and trying to get the message out and help to educate people so that they can support and they can do their own things and come up with their own ways of helping the environment. So yeah, I think that's probably a good place to leave it, other than to say, please support green running, please support organisations such as the Green Runners and this forum that I've set up, and don't be misguided by people saying that these kinds of organisations such as the Green Runners are anyway extreme. They're not. They're normal people, they're educated people, they're people that have realised that there's something going wrong here. Humanity ain't gonna make it unless we do something. And they're people that want to join together as well as individually and try and do something, if only for their own conscience and well-being. Thanks for listening. Green Running.